What's up, everybody? So, it's about 3 in the morning and the house is asleep, so I need to be quiet. But I do my deepest thinking at the morning hours, so I thought I'd do a video at this time instead of just letting my thoughts go to waste, right? So, last night before I went to sleep, I had something on my mind, and the quote was, changing the heart of your eyes and changing your eyes, changing the eyes of your heart. Okay? So, the world changes when the one looking at it changes. Okay? So, most people spend their lives trying to change what they see. They try to change their job. They try to change their neighborhood. They try to change their relationships. They try to change their circumstances. But the Bible often focuses on something much deeper. It focuses on changing the person doing the seeing. That is the hidden wisdom behind the phrase. Change the heart of your eyes and the eyes of your heart. While those exact words do not appear in Scripture, the idea is found throughout the Bible. Jesus constantly challenges people to see differently. Okay. The prophets challenged people to see differently. The apostles challenged people to see differently. Because God knows something humanity often forgets. What you see is often determined by who you are. I'm sorry if it looks like I'm looking this way, but it's a wide angle. I do not have this thing together at all. Okay, so part 1, the heart of your eyes. Think about this question. Why can't people look at the exact same situation? Why can people look at the exact same situation and come away with completely different conclusions? Because the eyes do not work alone. The heart helps direct them. A bitter person can walk into a room full of love and only notice disrespect. A fearful person can walk into a room full of opportunity and only notice danger. A prideful person can walk into a room full of friends and only notice competition. A grateful person can walk into a room with very little and still find blessings. The eyes gather information, the heart interprets it. Jesus hints at this when he said, the eyes is the lamp of the body. Matthew 6:22. The condition of the eye affects everything else. But what affects the eye? The heart. That is why someone consumed by greed sees money everywhere. Someone consumed by lust sees temptation everywhere. Someone consumed by anger sees enemies everywhere. The world may not have changed, their heart did, and therefore their sight changed. Part 2. The eyes of the heart. Now we move deeper. In Ephesians, Paul writes, having the eyes of your heart enlightened. Ephesians 1:18. Notice something strange. He did not say the eyes of your head. He says the eyes of your heart. Why? Because there are things physical eyes cannot see. Physical eyes can see a homeless man. The eyes of the heart can see a human being made in God's image. Physical eyes can see a mistake. The eyes of the heart can see a lesson. Physical eyes can see a cross. The eyes of the heart can see salvation. Physical eyes can see death. The eyes of the heart can see eternity. This is spiritual perception. Many people can look directly at the truth and not recognize it. Not because their eyes are blind, but because their hearts are. A short story, The Two Windows. There once was a man named Marcus. Marcus had a rough life. He lost jobs, lost friends, lost opportunities. After years of disappointment, he became convinced the world was against him. Every morning, he sat beside a small window in his apartment. One day, his elderly neighbor knocked on his door. "Come with me," the old man said. Marcus sighed. "What's the point?" The old man smiled. "Just come." They walked to a hill overlooking the city. The old man pointed. "What do you see?" Marcus looked. "I see traffic." "What else?" "Noise." "What else?" "Crowds." "What else?" "Problems." The old man nodded. Then they sat in silence. A few minutes later, the old man asked again, "What do you see?" Marcus rolled his eyes. "The same thing." The man pointed toward a young man helping his mother carry groceries. "What about him?" Marcus shrugged. The old man pointed toward a construction crew rebuilding an abandoned building. "What about them?" Marcus stayed quiet. The old man pointed towards a group of children laughing in a park. "What about them?" Something shifted. For the first time, Marcus noticed something he had ignored. Life, hope, kindness, hard work, joy. The city had not changed. The people had not changed. The streets had not changed. Only Marcus had changed. The old man smiled. The world looks different today, doesn't it? Marcus nodded. Why? The old man answered, because today you stopped looking through your wounds and started looking through your eyes. Years later, Marcus would tell people the greatest miracle God ever performed in his life was not changing my circumstances. It was changing the way I saw them. What this means today. Many people ask God, Lord, change my situation. Sometimes God does, but often God begins somewhere else. He changes your sight. You see opportunities where you once saw obstacles. You see lessons where you once saw failures. You see people where you once saw enemies. You see blessings where you once saw inconvenience. You see purpose where you once saw pain. The situation may still be difficult, but now you can see what God is doing inside of it. Final thought. When we ask God to change our hearts, when we ask God to change our eyes, we are asking Him to purify the lens through which we view the world. When we ask God to open the eyes of our hearts, we are asking Him to reveal truths that physical sight can never discover. One prayer changes how you look. The other changes what you understand. And when both happen together, something remarkable occurs. You begin to see the world not merely as it appears to be. You begin to see through the eyes of God. So, I hope these 13 minutes or whatever has spoken to you, and none of my words or God's words fall on deaf ears. Okay? So, thank you for listening, and I love you. Peace.